If you could truly see the future of Harry Styles, would you want to know his love life, his music, and the path he's really heading toward? This isn't just a prediction. This is a deep reading of his energy, his past, and the next 5 years of his life. Let's start with his past. He began as part of One Direction. At that time, his energy was very different. He was in what you could call a protected phase. He didn't need to fully express himself yet. The group carried part of his identity. The spotlight was shared, but here's the important part. Even though he was shining, his true essence wasn't fully revealed yet. He was visible, but not complete. Then came the turning point. The group went on hiatus, and this is where most people lose themselves. Because when the structure disappears, so does the safety. But Harry didn't shrink. He expanded. His fashion became bolder. His music became more personal. His presence became more unique. This wasn't him changing. This was him returning to who he really is. Over the past few years, something even deeper has happened. He stopped choosing what sells and started choosing what expresses. You can see it in everything. His gender-fluid style, his artistic direction, his move into acting. This is a major shift. He moved from being consumed to becoming remembered, from popularity to impact. So where is he now? Right now, he's at the end of a transition phase. He's already reached one peak, but what's coming next is not a decline. It's a transformation, a shift in quality, a shift in identity, and this is exactly where things start to get interesting. Now let's talk about the next 5 years, because this is where everything begins to unfold. In the next 1 to 2 years, he enters a rebuilding phase. He experiments. He explores new directions. And not everyone will understand it. Some fans may feel confused. Some may even feel disconnected. And that's actually part of the process. Because he's not trying to stay the same. He's preparing for something bigger. This phase is not about pleasing everyone. It's about aligning with who he truly is. Around the 3rd year, there's a major breakthrough. A defining project. Something that shifts how people see him completely. This is where he stops being seen as just a pop star and starts being recognized as a true artist. His influence deepens. His audience evolves, and people who never paid attention before suddenly start to notice. This is a turning point, not just in his career, but in how his existence is perceived. He becomes harder to categorize, harder to compare, and that's exactly what creates lasting impact. By years 4 to 5, he reaches a level of completion, not perfection, but clarity. He becomes something rare, not just a celebrity, but a symbol, someone who represents a certain way of being. At this point, he's no longer just part of the industry. He stands above it. Now, let's talk about what many of you are really here for. His love life. There is a strong indication that he will encounter a relationship that deeply affects his life. Not something casual, not something temporary, but something real. The kind of connection that changes direction. The person involved is likely someone who is emotionally mature, grounded, and not driven by attention. Someone who understands him beyond the surface. Someone who doesn't need the spotlight to feel secure. But here's the key detail. This relationship may not be fully public. He may choose to protect it, to keep it private, to separate it from his public identity, which means there's a high chance that what's happening in his real life won't be fully visible to fans. And this leads to something important. As he evolves, the relationship between him and his fans will also change. Some people will feel like he's getting distant. Others will feel like they understand him more than ever. This is the moment where fans split into 2 groups. Those who loved the image, and those who love the essence. Because when someone grows, they can't stay the same for everyone. If you truly support him, you won't resist the change. You'll recognize it. You'll see that what looks like distance is actually depth. So, if we summarize his path, from protected talent to self-discovery to true expression to becoming something timeless, in the next 5 years, they're not about becoming bigger, they're about becoming real. What do you think? Does this feel accurate or completely off? Let me know in the comments, and And if there's another artist you want me to read next, drop their name below.